Hey guys, today I want to talk about why I believe that combating hair loss and accepting balding are equally beneficial when it comes to dealing with hair loss. I'm gonna view this from a skill set point of view. Hear me out. So if you've been following along my journey, I was actually on Finasteride Minoxidil and I was using a derma roller for the past 6 months. And I've been on and off medication for about 3 years because I've struggled with accepting balding. And don't get me wrong, I got great results on the medication, but I personally felt like I wanted to accept going bald. And last week I finally took the jump and I shaved my hair off, and now I'm off all medication. So if you find yourself in a position where you're combating hair loss, think about the skill set that you acquire while on the hair loss regimen. The first skill that's crucial for combating hair loss that you learn immediately is problem solving. So you begin to take action. And what I mean by that is booking the necessary doctor's appointment, doing your research, gathering all the medication that you're gonna need, finding out what dosages you're gonna need of each medication, which obviously there are recommended dosages, but just acquiring that information can be somewhat difficult because it's not something that all doctors recommend. It's not something that's being talked about a lot. So just finding that out in of itself is the first skill that you learn. And then the second skill that is consistency. Because if you're on this hair loss regimen, you know that you're gonna have to take finasteride once a day, you're gonna have to take minoxidil twice a day, and you're gonna have to derma roll once a week. So what that's gonna give you is consistency, that you show up every day and put in a little bit of work. Which brings me to the third skill that you learn, which is delayed gratification. So with delayed gratification, it means that you're doing something today which may not give you results today, but if you continue on to do it every single day, down the road, that little effort that you put in is going to accumulate and it's going to turn into results. That you actually don't get rewarded for your efforts until a couple of months in. And we've talked about that in my previous videos, that for instance, when you start on this hair loss regimen, you get an initial shedding phase, which can last from anywhere from like 2 to 6 months. And that can be so difficult to deal with, but knowing that down the line you are going to get the results, hopefully. There's no promises for anyone, there's no guarantee on this hair loss regimen, but it is the hair loss regimen that gives you the highest possibility to regrow your hair, so that you will be rewarded down the line. Which means you're gonna have to show up every day, put in the work, without being able to expect something directly in return. It's gonna come down the line, which to me is super important to learn in life, because if we look at these 3 different skills, which is problem solving, we got consistency, and we got delayed gratification, if we can use them in other areas of our lives, that's super important, because what that's gonna do is it's gonna help us to take control of our lives. It's gonna help us to not get discouraged when we don't get the results that we want immediately, but we know that if we just show up and we put in the work and we do it throughout a long period of time, we will get there, because that's the recipe for success. And I know a lot of you guys watching this as well are into sports or going to the gym, working out. It's the exact same principle there. So you can apply that to other areas of your life. If you really want a certain job, for instance, and you don't have the degree for it, what you can do is you can go on YouTube, you can search on the necessary skills that you need, then you can learn those skills. Say it's like graphic design. Let's say you study full-time already, or you're working full-time already. You can spend time outside of your work to just, accumulate a little bit of skills every single day. And then eventually you're gonna sit on like a huge pile of knowledge and expertise within that area, because you just showed up and just soaked in a little bit of information every day. So I think if we can make the skill set that you get from combating hair loss concrete and really view it as something objective, think about all the skills you're learning right now combating your hair loss. Apply those to other areas, because they're only going to benefit you. So if you're currently combating hair loss, think about these skills and think about where they're lacking in other areas of your life and where you would like to apply them, because I'm sure they're gonna have a huge positive impact on your life if you just know where to direct them. And then let's have a think about going bald and accepting balding. This is something that I was thinking about while I was on the hair loss regimen, which I've now stopped. That why is it that I want to accept going bald? Because I've had such good results. There are areas in my life that have been detrimental, mostly to my mental health, because I haven't been able to let go, and I haven't really accepted things for what they are, and I wish I could have taken control over situations where I can't. And hair loss for me is one of those things which becomes an opportunity for me to show myself that I'm willing to let go of something that I actually truly identify myself with, and something that I truly want to keep, that just to back off and just let it happen. My body says it's time to leave my hair. So rather than fighting it, I can just accept it. And being able to let go will also help me to let go of the weight. What's the worst that can happen if I just let go? And sure, I really love my hair and I got great results of the hair loss regimen. At the same time, it's me trying to control the situation where it's also okay to just let go. And this is not like, okay, but it's okay to let go and eat unhealthy foods and get fat. No, this is not the same thing. This is something that happens naturally within the body, and there are actually no health benefits other than your mental health, because you feel more confidence when you have your hair back with using hair loss medication. But apart from that, there's no actual like health benefit from using the hair loss regimen and the medication, whereas working out obviously has a lot of health benefits. So we can't compare those two, but being more accepting about, you know, coming of age, getting older, like things are happening with the body that, you know, happens natural. Is about where I want to put my focus. Do I have to try to control every single thing, or can I just, you know, let some things just pass and let me put my focus and effort on things that I intrinsically find very important and things that matters. I think it was Jordan Peterson who said, treat yourself as if you were your best friend. And I think if I had a friend who was going through the same thing as me, I would have said the advice that I'm giving myself right now. I would say, you know, like, sure, you can fight hair loss, but at some point you probably want to get off medication and just accept the fact that you're losing your hair. And I think that's something, a more stoic approach is what I'm going to try to apply to other things. It's not that I'm going to be passive in my day-to-day and just like things happen to me just, you know, floating about in the universe. No. But I want to be more selective with where I put my focus, because we get such a short time. And like, if you know this, I've spent the last 3 years, more, almost 4 years worrying about my hair loss, which is like, it's insane if you think about it. Like, we get such a short time. Say I live to 100, I spent almost 1/20th of my life worrying about my hair. Like, no one cares. Like, it's insane. A few of you guys are in your early 20s, you might be like, you know, 16, 17. It sucks. I know that. Like, it's horrible. And I'm not gonna recommend what you can do, because I've done both, and I've tried to accept balding, and then I went back on medication, tried to accept balding, went back on medication. So I'm on my personal journey here as well. Like, you can see this as inspiration, but it's gonna be different for you. But just know that whatever you do, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not the end of the world. Like, there's so many other things which you can focus on. If you decide to grow your hair back, that's great. If you can get confident, you'll feel much better about yourself. That's awesome. I mean, the point here is to be able to get your confidence back and appreciate what you see in the mirror. Like I said, both of these things will also help you and give you skills to apply to other areas of your life. There is no right or wrong. I know in the comments you're gonna see people who are like, oh, don't take medicine, it's so bad for you. You're gonna see people who are like, oh, you should take medicine. Oh, they've done studies, nothing's gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. There's no one size fits all. You know what's best for your life, and you know what's best for you. You know what's best for you right now. You know what's gonna be best for you in 60 years, so only you can make the decision. But yeah, whatever you do, know you're doing great, and I fully support you. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it so useful, and I shall see you in the next one.